This is the most important election of our lifetimes, anybody who's watching this, and possibly ever. I'm Alana Glazer, and this is Cheat Sheet for the Voting Booth. Woo woo! Today's episode is all about Florida. Yes! Today's guest is commonly known as the literal coolest woman on planet Earth. She shows the world what it means to fully step into one's queendom. She is a movie star, a TV star, a singer-songwriter, a true artist who gives a shit about her audience, which you can always tell from the shit she does and why she's here with us today. Give it up for Zoe Kravitz!
Thank you for having me.
So you're here today representing Florida, which is complex. Let's be real, it's complex. What's your relationship with Florida?
So I lived there for, 6-7 years. I moved there when I was around 11 or 12. Some real formative years, kind of middle school, into 1 year of high school. My family's from the Bahamas and my dad wanted to be near there. So we lived in Miami and it's a really interesting place. It's been really cool to see it change since I've been gone. Like the art scene has really kind of taken off and, there's Art Basel and all this stuff. And it's like, wow, there is so much culture there. And it's complicated because there are a lot of old school Republicans there. But there's just this beautiful vibrancy. There are so many people from Brazil and Colombia and Cuba. I mean, like the Cuban food. Oh my God.
Fuck yeah. Let's check out the stakes. Florida is a true swing state. It's not just red. It is like purple. The elections in Florida are very, very close. In 2016, 45 won Florida by only 1.2% of the vote.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Get ready for this. So in 2018, there were razor-thin margins that Republicans won by. State House District 26 was won by a Republican by 61 votes.
Stop it!
State House District 89 was won by 32 votes. What?
This is why Florida is so interesting, though.
Because the people are there. The cool human beings are there. They just have to be not bullied into not voting, and they have to know that they can vote and their vote fucking matters.
I absolutely agree. And I think to have the choice to vote and to not, shut up and do something. And if you don't vote, I don't think you get to have an opinion.
Agreed. I don't want to hear from you if you don't fucking vote.
No.
Don't you think voting is like the hottest thing someone can do in this extremely unsexy year?
I genuinely think it is. There's something that just dries me up about someone who doesn't vote. You know what I mean? Just dries me right up.
Oh, God. I'm getting really horny for November 3rd. And you know who else is? Zoe Kravitz.
You know what's really sexy about voting? Just like the word polls.
Polls. My nipples are hard, sorry.
Oh my God, voting. Fuck.
I'm really turned on by the idea of voting Donald Trump out. So here's a pitch. Take a sexy fucking picture of yourself, a thotty thirst trap. You hashtag horny for the polls, caption swipe for a surprise, and then post our cheat sheets. We are passing around cheat sheets to the swing states to get progressive candidates elected down ballot. It's a fucking win-win. Let's get people who are fighting for basic human rights elected with our sexy fucking bodies. Woo. I think you definitely have a picture or two that will really work for this campaign.
I'm gonna just I'll look through and see what I have.
Just reach out to your people, see if they can scrounge something up.
I'm happy to objectify myself for democracy. Y'all need to do this too. I need you to take sexy ass pictures, send it to all your friends in Florida, all your weird one night stands in Florida, and tell them to go vote.
Yo, while I'm talking about being horny for the polls, I gotta give a shout out to sex workers. Sex work is real work. And sex workers deserve legal protections, just like any other kinds of workers. If you agree with me, call your member of Congress at the number below and tell them to support the Safe Sex Workers Act. Sex work is older than medicine, older than teaching, older than any fucking other job, and it is real. So that's it. Okay, Zoe, let's talk about Joe Biden. First of all, I was telling the coolest fucking young activist, you're going to be really excited to see his episode, him repping Wisconsin. But I was telling him earlier about your weekend we wish was at Bernie's. You know, this idea that you and I were talking about Biden, and I was like, the thing is, we're going to weekend at Bernie's him and just like push him in the progressive direction no matter what. And you were saying, yeah, weekend we wish was at Bernie's.
You said something that really stuck with me. You said that democracy is the ability or the opportunity to choose your opponent. And that really got me, because it's true. We can't be little brats that are mad that we don't have a better choice. We're lucky that we get to choose who to fight. I mean, yes, I am not stoked, but I am so down to vote for Biden and Kamala. If I could vote for them a billion times, I would. I'm so happy to have like a fucking engine behind him. She's focused and smart and ready to go to like, I don't want to say war, but like war with the evil other side. And I'm excited for that.
Me too. She's going to talk to the American public like your friend's mom that you're like, oh, I love talking to her. She's so smart.
She is an adult. I'm happy to have an adult in the room, an adult woman in the room.
Agreed.
We need that. We need that.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes. I'm going to tell you some facts. And, you know, I just want to remind you, Zoe, I didn't know this fucking shit. I'm like, yeah, voter suppression's so bad. And definitely in Florida, but I didn't fucking know. Voter suppression is so bad in Florida because of this thing called a poll tax, which for a long time I was like, totally poll tax. But I didn't, you know what I mean? Like until a few days ago when Glennis prepped me, I was like, wait, that's a fucking poll tax? That is disgusting. In 1965, it was ruled unconstitutional to have a poll tax. However, of course, these fucking sore-losing, cheating Republicans make it such that they can squeeze in unconstitutional actions left and right. So a poll tax is any way in which Republicans make people pay to vote.
Who you pick? What? No.
Yep. They're just trying to hurt brown and black people, intimidate and bully brown and black people. So an example, one expression of what a poll tax is in 2018, 2/3 of Florida voted to allow felons to vote because felons are human beings. And, you know, our country is built no taxation without representation. So you're telling me felons couldn't vote before, but they can pay taxes from fucking prison? That shit's fucking gnarly.
That's insane.
So that allowed almost 1.5 million people to vote in Florida. But then the Republican state level politicians passed a law that were like, okay, fine, felons can vote, but only if they pay all of their fees and fines and restitution for their case. So that's one expression of this evil thing called a poll tax.
Oh, it's so fucked up.
It's
so fucked up.
So fucked up. 10% of Florida is disenfranchised. 1.6 million total Floridians are disenfranchised in this kind of way. It's so gross.
It's just so offensive. They're not even trying to hide, right? The like mustache twisty evil, like there's not even trying to fucking hide it.
It's not even like, oh, you got me, bro. It's like, you didn't even get me. You suck.
You suck.
But what is cool is no matter how hard they try, these margins are still so tight. Like our side is showing up.
I love the idea of having a voting plan. I think it's so crazy that it's not a holiday. The fact that it's not a holiday is a way of suppressing voters because rich people can just say, I work from home, or I'm not going to go to work today. I'm my own boss. But if you are someone that works in retail or at a grocery store or anything like where you have a boss, you know, it's nuts. So I think you do have to talk to your bosses now about voting. Use your vacation day. I know it's a bummer, but whatever you have to do to make a plan so that on the day you can't just say, oh, it didn't happen. Go to this website to register to vote and vote by mail. To all my wonderful Floridians, You guys have a really, really cool opportunity to make a change. You guys can really use your voices. You can take the state back. You can let people know who lives there. You know what I mean? Because you guys are cooler than all those other people. You're cooler. Cooler people should run the country.
A generator video has a simple format to make it easy to use your social media to talk about politics and government and humanize policy.
Zoe. I'm from California and Florida, and I live in New York now. I love people being themselves. All the fucking lies.
Before ending this episode, we wanted to give a shout out to Sabrina Fulton, mother of Trayvon Martin, who just ran for Miami County Commissioner District 1 and lost by only 421 votes. Sabrina, thank you for your service. You are an inspiration.
Black Lives Matter in Florida.
And that is it. Zoe Kravitz, that is it.
Oh my God. That was so fun.
Feeling extra? If you are young and you are healthy, volunteer to work the polls this November. That is the best thing you can do to save our democracy. Power to the polls. See you next Tuesday, LOL, for the next episode of Cheat Sheet.